is Steph, and we're already back with another read-a-thon. Not too far off the stop-thon, don't worry, this isn't even the only one I'm doing this month. It's the time for read-a-thons, and I'm really excited and pumped, and yeah, I hope you guys aren't getting sick of them, even though I've only done one, but other people probably done a lot more than me by now, so, yeah. Oh, and since I didn't say my wrap-up for May, happy Pride Month! It's June! It's the time for rainbows and queerness, and I hope you guys have fun if you're going to Pride events. I hope you enjoy all the queer reads you're going to pick up this month. If you're not picking up queer reads, I can recommend you some. I know a bunch of people who've been posting their queer book recommendations. I'll link some of those down in the description below. But today we're talking about queer books because this is my TBR for the Queer Lit Read-A-Thon, which is being hosted by Kathy and Rogan, who are here on BookTube. I will leave their links in the description down below, and at the end of the video I'll link their channels. This one is really cool. There's actually, if you go to their Twitter page, there's a bingo board of topics to hit for this read-a-thon, covering A-spec, trans-spec, coming out story, non-coming out stories, all the things like that. I'll also link their Twitter down below. There's going to be a lot of links in the description today. I'm sorry, I'm just really excited for this. I'm also just really excited that it's Pride Month, and it's exciting, okay? So I have 9 books covering all but 3 categories. I am still tempted, because I don't have a book for the graphic novel category, to go with Hawkeye vs. Deadpool. 1, because I love the story, and 2, because it's confirmed that Deadpool in the comic books is pansexual or polysexual. One of the two, I can't remember what specifically he was, but he is a guy who don't care what's between your legs. Remember that was a story, like, what, last year or something, and everyone was like, yay, wreck! And that was awesome, but he does have a family in Hawkeye vs. Deadpool, and I thought that was really cute. But I don't know if that would really fit in this read-a-thon, plus I've already read it, and I don't really want to reread things for this read-a-thon. So, I don't know. But like I said, I have 9 books, which is already a pretty good chunk. And I hate to be missing some of these categories, but I'm pretty good with my TBR if I can get through them. So first up, I'm going to be talking about my most recently acquired book, and that is queer, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know because I was joking about it, because I found it next to the Bible. I love finding the religious texts, and that is Binge by Tyler Oakley. Now, if you don't know who Tyler is, he's been on here a long time. He is one of the queer voices of YouTube, one of the many, and I used to watch his videos all the time. I honestly don't know why I stopped. It's been a hot minute. It's been a couple of years since I've watched some of his videos, but I loved Tyler, and he's so cool, and then seeing him on Drag Race, bitch, my heart, I am so proud of you! I found this at Goodwill, and I've been wanting to read it. I've been buying so many YouTube books at thrift stores recently. I found Joy Graceffa's book, In Real Life, or Pixelated Life. I found that the other day at AmVets. Didn't pick it up because I got the zombie survival guide, or whichever one that is. I can't think of it right now. But I really had to get Binge. It's a nice hardcover. It's so pretty. It looks brand new. Like, when I opened it at the thrift store, it did the sound of a book that hadn't been opened yet, and I was like, bitch. I mean, I'm excited to read this. It is from a queer voice, so technically, couldn't this count as own voices too, since Tyler is gay? There's literally a chapter in here called The Gay Chapter, so yes, I'm here for it. I know this has been out for a while, but I'm excited to read it and finally own it, because the only YouTuber books that I actively bought as soon as they came out was Dan and Phil's book. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm trash. I should also put on here a disclaimer that a lot of the books I am going to be talking about on this TBR, I don't physically have. I'm going to get them on my library app because my local library is still under construction and my heart hurts and I can't get books from it. Other libraries are also very far away, so I'm just going to be using this app, get some audiobooks, get some digital editions of books, and I'm really excited for that. So for a disabled main character and for a recommendation from Twitter, actually, because I put out there, hey, you guys have any queer book recommendations? I'm looking for some, and it's just good to have more gay in your life. I've got Mean Little Deaf Queer by Terry Galloway. This one, I believe, is a memoir about this girl who, at the age of 9, she starts losing her hearing due to this experimental antibiotic that her mother took while she was pregnant, or right before she got pregnant, and so it caused Terry to lose her hearing. This book talks about her mental breakdowns, her queerness, and just living in a silent world full of unique and quirky people. I mean, just the name alone sounds really intriguing to me, Mean Little Deaf Queer. I like the sound of it, and then the description was also very compelling. it involves, like, her involvement with theater, her moving through, like, growing up with hearing, and then suddenly it starts to go away at the age of 9, and in the description it says how she faked her own death. So, I am here for it. I am excited for this one. For a contemporary queer, I'm so excited. This is one I've had on my TBR for the longest time, just because the cover is awesome. I love the cover. It reminds me of, like, one of those retro, like, toy packaging, or, like, just promo, and I love it. And that is How to Repair a Mechanical Heart by J.C. Lillis. I mean, gay fandom boys going on a road trip. I'm in love. For own voices, cover color, and hyped books, I'm going with the author that's made me cry for a book that I've talked about several times on my channel since reading it. And I'm sure you're all sick of it. Don't worry, I'm not talking about that book specifically, but I am talking about Adam Silvera. I'm going to finally be reading... Wait, actually, I have this one with me. I almost forgot I had it with me for a second. I'm finally going to be reading More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. Happiness Shouldn't Be This Hard. I'm really excited. I've been putting this one off. I've been wanting to read it so bad. My cousin made me... Not made me, but... If you remember when I did my Toddler Picks my TBR, yeah, I haven't gotten to any of those books yet. I'm a terrible person. This was one of the ones he chose, and I really should read it. The fates have been pushing me to it, and it needs to finally happen. I'm going to read this book. It's going to happen. If not, someone is allowed to slap me. Please, not hard. For the sci-fi fantasy read, I am going with Cloaked in Shadow by Ben Alderson. Now, if you know Ben, he's a booktuber. He does Of Tomes Publishing. I love the books that come out of Tomes. I read a lot of them, and it's one of my favorite publishing companies, I'll be honest with you guys. And this is one, I pre-ordered it when it first came out. For some reason, I only read into page 17. I was so hyped for this book, and then it just got, like, swept into my pile of books, and it's escaped me for the longest time. I even tried to read it on my road trip when I went from here in California to Arkansas and back, and I still didn't get through it. And that's just so disappointing on my part. Like, why am I putting off a good book? This is a book about gay elves. There is a sequel coming out very soon. Ben's already, like, shown us the cover. I know it's coming out, but I don't know when the sequel's coming out, but I know I want to read this book before Lost in Darkness comes out. I need to do it. This is another high priority on my TBR. I think my physical books that I have with me are my highest priority. The library books are there, but if I can get through these... I can do it! For trans spec and own voices, I'm going to be reading I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn, and... Nope, that was a bi. That wasn't an and symbol. I'm sorry, I was reading off paper. But apparently this book has bi rep and trans rep, so hell yeah, bi rep, and nice trans rep. And apparently it's one of those, like, email conversation books back and forth. So that's gonna be interesting. I really like that format of storytelling. I think it'll be interesting if nothing else. I don't know, I've heard about it, but I've never really fully checked out anyone, like, digging into the book specifically. Just, like, casual comments about it, so I'm interested to see what's going on with that one. This is one that I've been really, really wanting to read, and I'm putting it on my library TBR. I'm super pumped about it. It's Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn, excuse me. Ace representation! This one, it looks so fun. It's one everyone is super hyped about. I guess it could also fall under hyped books. It's one that everyone's super hyped about. Apparently it's amazing ace representation. I'm really excited for it. The cover is pretty as heck. I wish that my editor allowed me to put books next to me or stuff on screen as I'm talking to you guys other than text, because I would love to show you this cover. It is so pretty. This girl and the purples and the whites around her, it's like, it makes her pop, and she is so beautiful. I love the cover for this book. This book is cover porn. And finally, the group book, which is, oh my gosh, I'm looking at my paper again, The Brightsiders by Jen Wilde. And this one is described as a highly diverse and relatable book. So it looks fun. It's something about a rock star and that kind of lifestyle. I'm stoked for it. And the cover, the girl on the cover, I love her hair, I love the glasses. It looks fun. Apparently there's going to be some queerness in it, so I'm very excited. I hope I can get to it. I think that'll be the highest. I don't know if it'll be the highest on my library TBR, because I really want Let's Talk About Love. I want that ace read, but it's right up there in the top of my library TBR. So there are the 9 books I'm reading, and the 3 physical ones I have with me. I'm sorry that 6 of the books I talked about were just me talking and not showing anything. If you guys want to check out the Queer Lit Read-A-Thon, you want to make your own TBRs, you want to just see other people's TBRs, like I said, links to the Twitter page, which is Queer Lit Reads, I believe. Something along those lines. The link will be down in the description below. Don't take my word for it because I'm just going off memory. I don't know for sure at this moment because I don't have my phone and Twitter open with me. So like I said, link will be in the description where you can check out the page, their official Twitter page. You'll also be able to find the co-hosts and their TBRs and recommendations on that page. So go check it out. I'm really excited for this readathon and I'm super stoked for it. I'm just super stoked for Pride Month in general because I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun this year, guys. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. If you want to subscribe, my face will be right here, as well as the button down there. You can hit the little bell icon when I post new bookish videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you want to check out the Queer Lit Read-A-Thon, instead of linking my videos, I'll link both of the announcement videos on the side right here, so you don't have to go down in the description, because sometimes I know you don't do it. Some of you guys don't go to the description. And that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you have a lovely day / night, and I'll see you later. Mwah, mwah.